Welcome to my channel. We are indeed living in an interesting times, and we are living in a time when things are unfolding to the level that many never expected it. I'm talking about a story that is going to be trending and that will continue to trend in the next few months until the election. I'm talking about the silent campaign of former President Olusegun Obasanjo for Peter Obi in the north. Unbeknownst to many Nigerians, Mr. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has been mobilizing northern leaders to support the presidential ambition of Peter Obi under what a group that is leading known as the Nigerian Project. This Nigerian project is at the epicenter of the campaign that former President Olusegun Obasanjo is leading to ensure that Peter Obi emerges the next president of Nigeria in 2023. How do we know this? We get to know this because somebody who is in the know, who happens to be a supporter of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Mahdi Shehu, a businessman who also claimed to be an anti-corruption crusader. He was the one that revealed it because he is angry about this project. He didn't want northern elders. He didn't want northern leaders to support Peter Obi. He has some grudge against Peter Obi. And those things, if you listen to what he had to say, you know that those things makes no sense at all. The issue that Peter Obi don't like Northerners, that Peter Obi drove away Northerners, that Peter Obi's son is supporting IPOP and all that. The baseless arguments and all that. But the important thing is that Obasanjo is working for P2B and he is doing it subtly, reaching out. Obasanjo left first. Mahdi revealed that Ango Abdullahi, the Northern Elders Forum convener, Professor Ango Abdullahi, the Northern Elders Forum convener, visited former President Olusegun Obasanjo in his Ota farm, and they had discussions. Few days later, the former president visited Ango Abdullahi in his Zaria home. It was couched as a private visit, but the essence of the visit by Obasanjo was to convince Ango Abdullahi to galvanize other Northerners to support the presidential ambition of Peter Obi. According to what Mahdi was saying, he said that it was shortly after that meeting that Ango Abdullahi appeared on television and said that there is no hope in any of the two candidates, that is on Aswati Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC and Atiku Abubakar of the PDP, that they don't inspire confidence. Hamdi is saying that it was shortly after that meeting with Obasanjo that Ango Abdullahi came out to say that. So Mahdi is saying that Ango Abdullahi appears to have bought into that agenda, and he himself, Mahdi, is against it. Okay? Mahdi himself has appeared on Arise Television to come and say that Ango Abdullahi cannot be fighting for northern interests and then be supporting Mr. P2B. Okay? Now, this is very interesting development. Aside that, there is also another angle to it, the Babangida angle. I'll get to that. First, let me remind those who are new to my channel. Please, if you are new to my channel and you are not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to this channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, like this video, share it widely. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, according to what Mahdi revealed in the videos he had shared about this latest development, he said that already former President Olusegun Obasanjo is bringing in into the project, is bringing in former military president Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, and he's also bringing in former National Security Advisor General Ali Oguzo into the project, so that they will all be part of the Nigerian project, which is geared towards supporting Peter Obi to become the next president of Nigeria. You see why this is very interesting is this. This is Mr. Peter Obi that people say he has no structure. Now he's beside the structures that we know he has by Nigerians, because ordinary Nigerians are the structure. He's also beginning to gain ground among the elite or the so-called owners of Nigeria, quote unquote. If you notice, most of the people that want to be president of Nigeria, even at the stage of the primaries, most of them visited Obasanjo, they visited Babangida, they visited Abdul Salami Abubakar, but mostly things revolve around Babangida and Obasanjo. Now, these categories of people, who are the people that they call the so-called owners of Nigeria and the so-called big men, that they just have to back you if you are to be able to emerge president, and if you are to be able to sit on that seat of the presidency and be at rest, because if they are not in your support, it may become difficult for you to run the country. That is the truth. Now, one of the zones that was prime based on history to give Mr. Peter Obi difficulty in conquering is basically the north, especially the far north, because I know that Mr. Peter Obi can win comfortably the north central, but the core north, that is why Obasanjo has intervened in that area, began to do work for him, things that he could not be able to do for himself in the north. Obasanjo has taken it upon himself to do it for Mr. Peter Obi. Isn't this interesting? We are seeing things unfolding in Mr. Peter Obi's favor from different quarters. Of course, there are still resistance, because this Mark the Shehu is not happy about it. He would rather like the northern elders to be rooting for Atiku Abubakar. Okay? But Obasanjo is heading a project to make Mr. Peter Obi the next president of Nigeria. And that, I think that project is rooted in patriotism, because Obasanjo himself has not hidden his quest that the next president of Nigeria in 2023 should come from the southeast. And if you look at it, basically, it is based on justice, fairness, and equity, that the next president of Nigeria should come from the southeast. Now, you have an enabler like Obasanjo helping the southeast to push the agenda in the north. And it's also basically national interest, because if you look at it, of all the presidential candidates, and given the enormity of the economic problem we are facing, and other challenges. It is Mr. Peter Obi that many Nigerians can vouch will tackle these problems effectively, which now takes us to the next section of this discussion. Why does it matter that Obasanjo is campaigning for Mr. Peter Obi in northern Nigeria? It matters because northern Nigeria is a significant part of Nigeria, a significant population of Nigeria. If you go and check the voters register, there is a significant number of voters from northern Nigeria, especially from the far north that we are talking about here, where Obasanjo is trying to woo the elders to support Mr. Peter Obi, or at least let them remove their suspicion of him. Let them accept him as their fellow Nigerian who has capacity and who will do justice to them and to all Nigerians. Now, if you know the history of Nigeria and the role that Obasanjo has played, you will know that Obasanjo is a kingmaker. This democracy we are enjoying in Nigeria, the imprint of Obasanjo is everywhere in it, for good or for bad. Obasanjo was instrumental to Alhaji Shehu Shagari emerging president in 1979. That is how far back Obasanjo has played a role as a kingmaker in Nigeria. In the 1979 presidential election, a Yoruba man was a leading candidate. That is Chief Obafemi Awolowo of blessed memory. Too. He was on the ballot, but Obasanjo conducted free and fair election as the outgoing military head of state. And there are people still in the southwest today who believe that Obasanjo won that election. But as far as Obafemi Awolowo won that election, sorry. There are people in southwest who still believe that Obafemi Awolowo won that election, but their position is not backed by facts. Because when the whole mathematical argument was taken to the Supreme Court, Shehu Shagari was our judge, duly elected president of Nigeria. But why I brought this up is because Obasanjo could have worked for his kinsman, Obafemi Awolowo, to be president, but he didn't do that. Because Obasanjo has always been a nationalist in this country. Look at the kind of caliber of people that Obasanjo brought into prominence. Many of them not non-Yorubas. He was the person that gave us Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. It was through Obasanjo that we got to know about Soludo. It was through Obasanjo we know so many technocrats that hitherto Nigerians never knew about. So he has the tendency to identify talent. So you have to give it to him. So when he when he conducted that election in 1979, he made it possible for Shehu Shagari to emerge the president of Nigeria. And Dr. Alex Ekweme was the vice president to Shagari. Many people are aware that Obasanjo, after his 8 years in power as president, he was instrumental to President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua emerging the president of Nigeria. He was also instrumental in making Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan the vice president. Obasanjo insisted that the vice president to Yar'Adua must come from the Niger Delta, where there had been restiveness by the militants and by the people of the region over their marginalization, over the exploitation of their resources, over the destruction of their environment as a result of the exploitation of crude oil and all that. He tried to, bring them into the mainstream of Nigerian politics. That was how he brought Goodluck Jonathan into the mainstream. Already, Goodluck Jonathan was governor of Bayelsa State and was content with that. But Obasanjo was seeing the future. He brought him because Obasanjo wanted to bring every part of Nigeria into the mainstream, and he made him the vice presidential candidate to Yaradua. And as God will have it, when Yaradua died as a result of his own sickness, Jonathan became president. Now, when Obasanjo fell out with Jonathan, you and I know that Jonathan found it difficult to operate. You remember how Obasanjo tore his PDP card at that period. And what happened? Obasanjo backed Buhari, that is in power right now. When he discovered that Buhari has nothing to offer, Obasanjo worked against him in 2019. So nobody should doubt the patriotism and the nationalism of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. He is a nationalist to the core. If you are talking about the father of modern Nigeria, which some people are trying to ascribe to Buhari, the father of modern Nigeria is former President Olusegun Obasanjo. His patriotism is out of this world, and he doesn't hide it. Obasanjo is not persuaded by the simple fact that Aswani Bola Ahmed Tinubu is Yoruba, therefore he must support it, as a lot of people are doing. It's not Obasanjo don't play that kind of card. He looks at the future, and he is always committed to what will unite this country. Obasanjo is always committed to what will unite this country. And I agree with him that Obi presidency will help in uniting this country more. It will help to douse the tensions in the southeast, especially by all these agitators. Definitely, Obasanjo is on a project that all Nigerians should support him. If we are really a nation that is built on justice, fairness, and equity. So this is how it's going. That is how the campaign is going now. Obasanjo is for Peter Obi to become the next president of Nigeria. He's looking for support from the northern leaders, and he is determined to get it. A lot of people are not happy about it. There are people who thought otherwise, that power should not go to the southeast. But Obasanjo, looking at it from the perspective of justice, fairness, and equity, and also by the fact that of the presidential candidates that are on the ballot, that are on this 2023 race, none is as competent, as pragmatic, as well prepared as Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party. Thank you for watching this video. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, like this video, share it widely. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.